Bob the Builder at the railway yard. It was a beautiful day in Spring City, and Bob and the team had to get an early start. Yesterday, they had completed the brand new Spring City railway station. But Mr. Audrey, the station master, had also given them a new job to do for the very next day. You see, if you remember, Mr. Audrey mentioned that over the years, more and more engines have moved to Spring City to work on the Bobsville, Fixham and Spring City Railway. The problem was that there weren't many engine sheds for some of the engines. Some of them even had to sleep on sidings. So, what's the job exactly, Bob? Asked Scoop. Well, Scoop, I'm pretty sure Mr. Audrey will explain the plan when he gets here, and I'm pretty sure Mr. Bentley will be arriving too. Suddenly, Mr. Bentley was dropped off in Mrs. Bentley's car. Oh, don't get out of hand, Bernard. I know what you're like when it comes to trains. Of course not, Barbara, replied Mr. Bentley. Well, that's good. Behave yourself, Bernard, replied Mrs. Bentley. Of course I will, dear. Don't worry a thing about it. Ah, Bob. There you are. So, I think you know what the plan is. Well, what Mr. Audrey wants you to do is to knock down those old railway sheds and probably build some new ones. Suddenly, Mr. Audrey came out. That's right, Mr. Bentley, but I thought something a bit bigger. Rather than new engine sheds, we need one big engine shed. A roundhouse. A roundhouse? Now that would be a great idea, Mr. Audrey. A roundhouse? Might be a bit complicated, but can we build it? Yes, we can. Oh, yeah, I think so. Right. I better call JJ at the yard and see if he can order in some parts that we'll need for a railway shed, like a roundhouse. I'm pretty sure we're going to need a lot. We're going to need some new rails that will be laid. And we're also going to need, some little chimneys for the top of the roundhouse. Why does the roundhouse need chimneys, Bob? Asked Muck. Well, Muck, it's so when the steam engines let off steam after a hard day's work, they have something to exhaust the steam out of. Oh, that's clever. Indeed. Right. First things first, we've got to knock down these old railway sheds before we can get started. Let's see. Lofty, we're going to need your wrecking ball. So, Teuton, can you please go back to the yard and collect some of the attachments we'll need? We'll need Scoop's breaker. We'll need Lofty's wrecking ball. And we may even need his grabber as well, just to be on the safe side. And I think we may need Stretcher's pile driver. Right away, you can depend on me, Bob. And with that, 2-Ton drove away to collect the attachments. Right. While we're waiting, we can get started with looking at the plans. Bob, asked Scoop, got one question. The look of this new roundhouse looks complicated. And, well, I'm looking at the individual berths, and wouldn't that be confusing? Like, how can all the engines get onto the track they need to when the shed is positioned in a way which isn't facing the track? Well, Scoop, that's because we'll be putting in a railway turntable. What's a turntable, Bob? Well, a railway turntable is a piece of track that's on a set of wheels. And there's a little control box on the side of the turntable. A railway worker goes inside and pulls a switch which turns the turntable around. The turntable is also located in a pit called a well. We'll be digging the foundations for the turntable well once we demolish the old sheds and extend some railway track. Okay, Bob. Yeah. Let's see, thought Bob. What else do we need? Oh yes, I forgot. I'll ring JJ right away to see if he can supply us with what we need. Bob got out his mobile phone and dialed JJ. Hi JJ, it's Bob. Oh, hello Bob, said JJ. How can I help you? I'd like to place an order for a ton of bricks. I'm also going to need some new rails and railway sleepers. And I don't know if this is possible, but could you place an order for a giant railway turntable? Oh, I don't... Oh, well, that is a big job, Bob. I'll see what I can do. Thanks, JJ. I'll send 2-Ton around to pick it up. Bye. Well, that's JJ sorted. Now all we have to do is wait for 2-Ton to get back with the attachments. Okay, Bob, said Mr. Audrey. Why not you, Wendy, Leo, and Mr. Bentley come in to the railway station? You can all have a nice cup of tea at the station cafe while we're waiting. Oh, that'll be grand, said Bob. And they followed Mr. Audrey to the railway station, to the station cafe. The machines were very excited for the upcoming build. So, replied Rolly, I think it's going to be really, really cool. Like when we build the foundation for the new railway shed, it's going to be awesome. Oh, but I am worried. What if 2-Ton doesn't get here on time and we still haven't knocked down those sheds? Don't worry, Rolly, replied Scoop. 2 Ton knows what he's doing. Like Bob said, he'll be here with our attachments soon enough. Lofty started to worry. But what about something happens like yesterday? When 2 Ton got stuck on the dirt road. It won't be like that, Lofty. 2 Ton is a very responsible lorry. And he learned his lesson since yesterday. He won't do it again. He's a very responsible lorry. Yeah, I know, Scoop, but still. It's okay, Lofty. Well, if it makes you feel any better, we can even go check on him. See if he's gotten our attachments. Okay, Scoop. Alright, we'll be back in a minute. Okay, Scoop. The 2 friends hurried back down the road towards the yard. 2 Ton, when they got back to the yard, 2 Ton was just exiting the yard. Okay, back to the railway yard with the attachments. And then Bob to 2 Ton, come in, over, said Bob's voice. Ah, that's my talkie-talkie, replied 2 Ton. 2 Ton here. What can I do for you, Bob? Over. Ah, 2 Ton. After you drop off the attachments, could you please head to JJ's yard to pick up the bricks, railway sleepers, doors, chimneys, windows, and the cement powder. We're going to need lots of bags of cement too. Oh. Yes, of course, Bob. Ah, Scoop. Lofty, what are you doing here? I was worried that you may not find your way back, said Lofty. There's no need to worry, Lofty. I mean, I know you're a bit of a worrywart, but you don't have to worry about me all the time. I am a very responsible lorry. I know, but I was just worried about what happened to you yesterday. It's fine, Lofty. It really is. I learnt my lesson about going on dirt roads. In fact, it wasn't if it makes you feel any better, that wasn't the first time I ever got stuck in a dirt road. It reminds me of a time when I was driving through the Australian outback. Oh, what did you do? Well, what happened was this. I saw a kangaroo crossing the road. I swerved off the road to avoid hitting it, and I got my front wheels stuck in a storm gutter. And let's just say that, well, several tow trucks had to get me out of the storm drain before I could continue my way. Ooh! I've been through worse, Lofty, so you don't have to worry about me. Come on, let's get back to the railway yard. And then I better get back to JJ's yard to collect what we need. Soon they arrived back at the railway yard. Bob, Wendy, Leo and Mr. Bentley had just left the station cafe with Mr. Audrey. Ah, there you are, 2 Ton. Now, let's get straight to work. Bob attached Lofty's wrecking ball. Right. Okay, Lofty. We're ready. Okay, Lofty. We're ready for you now. We'll just attach your wrecking ball. Let's see. We'll take off your hook and attach your wrecking ball to your cable. And now we'll just knock down the old sheds. Alright everyone, stay clear, called Bob. Ready, Lofty? Ready, Bob? 3, 2, 1. And with that, Lofty swung his wrecking ball and knocked down the old railway shed with ease. Right. 1 down, 5 more to go. And soon Lofty demolished the other 5 engine sheds. Soon all 6 engine sheds were knocked down. Right. Now let's get to work laying the sleepers and the track. While they were doing that... Yeah. Alright, first of all, Muck, we're going to need you to lay ballast. We need you to lay a ballast across the ground. And then we'll lay the track on top of it. Bob? Asked Dizzy. Why does there have to be ballast under the rails? Well, that's so that things like weeds and other stuff that could affect the railway line don't go through, making it dangerous for trains and not being able to support... Not only that, but it's also to support a train's weight. Oh, I see. Right, let's get to work. And they did. Muck started tipping the ballast from his dumper, and with help from a few railway workers, Bob, Wendy and Leo were able to lay the track. The new track that would lead to where the roundhouse would be. Right. Next step. We've got to build the foundation for the new engine sheds. Scoop and Muck, could you please dig the foundation? And then we're going to need a lot of concrete. So, 2 ton. You can layer the concrete for the floor inside the shed. Of course, Bob. Right away. You've got to wait until we've finished the foundation, 2 ton. Oh yes, of course. Sorry, Bob. No, it's alright, 2 ton. And to build the foundation for the turntable, well, I think Stretch should be the one to do it. Oh, yeah, of course, Bob. I'll do that in no time. Good one. Okay, Stretch. Now, can we build it? Yes, we can. Oh, yeah, I think so. Just then, Spud turned up. Oh, hello, Spud. What are you doing? Oh, hello, Bob. Well, today's my day off, and so I've decided to come down to the rail yard to do a bit of train spotting. Oh my, train spotting. That's a very good hobby, Spud. Oh, yes, it is, Mr. Bentley. Did you know that although most countries have replaced steam engines with diesel engines, here, the island that Spring City is on, as well as another railway on another small island known as the island of Sodor, still use trains that are powered by steam. Yes, I did, Spud. And I have to say, the island of Sodor is a place I'd like to visit one day. Oh, yeah, that would be great. Oh, well, sorry. Well, let's get to work then, shall we? Oh, yeah, that's fine. I'll see you in a bit, Bob. All right. Bye, Spud. Spud decided to stand on a pedestrian bridge to do some train spotting. Let's see. Got my book here. And all I have to do is write down each train I spot. Let's see. Oh, yes, this looks good. An express train. I wonder when that will come, thought Spud. Meanwhile, Bob and his team had already half-built the engine sheds, and Stretch had just finished digging out the turntable. Oh, there you go, Bob. That's one turntable well dug up. Oh, thank you, Stretch. Okay. Tumbler, can you please pour the concrete for the turntable well? Oh, yeah, of course. Oh, yeah, of course, Bob. Don't worry, Bob. I'll pour the cement for it right now. And Tumbler did. Right. Now we've got to layer some rails in a circle inside the turntable well. Bob, why is there a set of rails going in the turntable well? Well, Lofty. That's so that the turntable has something to run on. It's so the turntable can turn around. It has little wheels that go on top of the rails, and it allows the turntable to spin at 100 degrees. Meanwhile, a signalman was having trouble with the signal. Oh dear. Why won't it turn to red? The line needs to be red so that the engines know that there's work being done in the rail yard. That was when a loud whistle blared. Oh no, I know that whistle. It's the express train. Spud also spotted the express train. Oh, there's an express train. Oh, wait, no. Stop, yelled Spud. You can't go down there. Bob and his team are still working on your shed. Oh, no, what am I going to do? Oh. Hello, Spud. Tread! Come on, we've got to beat that train before it gets to the end of the yard. Right away, Spud. Alright, now we're nearly done. We're ready for the turntable now. Bob! Huh? Spud! What's wrong? There's a train coming right towards the turntable well, and the signal's broken, so it can't stop. Oh dear, there she comes now. Oh, what shall we do? What shall we do? I've got an idea. I've got an idea, said Muck, and he drove onto the track. Stop! Huh? Oh! What? Why is that machine on the rails? Thought the engine to herself. And then, suddenly, she realised what Muck was doing, waving his blade around. Oh, I get it! Stop! And she shut off, and she applied the brakes. Just in time. Whew. Thank you, little red digger, said the engine. No problem, replied Muck. Just then, 2-ton arrived with the turntable. Ready for the turntable, Bob? Oh, fantastic, 2-ton. Oh, what did I miss? We'll explain it later, 2-ton, said Scoop. But for now, let's get this new engine shed finished. And soon the team worked into the afternoon until the shed was complete and the turntable was fully installed. Wendy did the electrical work for the turntable and the lights inside the shed. Now the engine shed was ready for engines to sleep in. Mr. Audrey came and was very impressed with the new railway sheds. I don't believe it. That is a well done job. And just in time, look, the engines are back. Oh my! Look at that, our new shed! I know, right? Oh, gosh say, that is a great shed. Ugh, that is a brilliant shed, that is. Well, why not you go try it out? Said Mr. Audrey. And with that, all the engines went onto the turntable one at a time, and they entered their new berths. Oh, that's lovely. Mr. Audrey was very impressed. Well done, Bob. Oh, it was nothing, Mr. Audrey. I just hope your engines like their new home. Oh, we do, Bob, said one of the engines. Oh, I beat sleeping outside any day, said another. I think we'll definitely be seeing more of the trains much further into the future, thought Scoop. And I can't wait to see what they'll be, replied Spud.